day's brutalness. The fuck? Huh. Oops. Let's see. BTS. Hold on. Money. Motive. Sorry guys, I'm still checking if I... who is this guy? Still trying to see if I can find some interesting things here. Paralyzed. And it's paralyzed. Okay. Who's this guy? No one knows. No. It's actually so difficult to find quality stuff. Do we get here? Sky, huh? No. Damn. Why is it so difficult to unmask these barcodes? This is paralyzed, okay, and this guy is... no one knows. Airfu. I don't even know. I think I'm just gonna do it. That's so stupid. Okay, I don't know anymore, so who do we have here? Okay. Okay, yo MW. Yeah, it's not as cold here, so it's all good, but thank you. Hope you guys are staying warm over there and freezing cold. I'm about to start some casting here. I was trying to find out who's the frickin' best Protoss on the ladder right now, and I just couldn't find out who this barcode belongs to, so here's some epic games, so I hope we can watch some good StarCraft. And I also tried to open like Chinese replays from I got the replay files from the tournament in China, but I can't open them because I need the Chinese client. So now I'm trying to get a Chinese client, but that might take a while. So yeah. A lot of work in progress, nothing really getting somewhere here. But I'll be starting very soon here. Still need to set up lunch, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes or something and get a drink, and then we'll start casting here. Just give me 5, right? Can already think on which we'd want to do here. Got a few games. Guess we start with the TVZ here. This looks good. Dominator. This is, maybe let's go into Ample against Action or Lava against Higher. Lava against Higher? Yeah, Lava against Higher, why not? I like that. There's the thing. Okay. That's gonna be a good one, I think. Alright. Just give me like 5 minutes, probably a little bit less.
Кто-то шпыню.
Ooh, okay. Yo, AoE 2 shout out. Night is gonna be started though. Welcome by any means, welcome guys, and we will hop into this. AoE just finished up the qualification phase, right? I think all players have been decided for Londinium. The Wololo. Let me quickly check. Pretty sure the ladder has concluded and the game's... There's 8 players, right? Yeah. ACM, Hera, Hart, Leary, MBL, Sebastian, Vincent, Yo. It's pretty crazy that there's no Viper this time. He's like always one of the top contenders, right? Hart. Let's check the last chance qualifier. Tato is also not there. No doubt. Viper losing to Sebastian. Quite crazy in the best of 7 there. Qualifier. So like the whole old GL team is basically not there, right? It's crazy, I guess, except for Hera, but he's of course now Vitality, but yeah. But tonight... Finally I'm talking. It's gonna be StarCraft though, so no Age of Empires here, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I ever make enough money to just go full-time streaming again. I might do some Age of Empires at that point, you know, casting some. I wouldn't hate to do it, to try it a little bit. Okay, so let's jump into the game here. And in this one, there's a ladder game between... Oh god, it's a higher here. Remember this guy? He was a Brood War Pro League player in 2000. I think he started in 2006, 2007. So really OG. Used to play on, God, who knows? I can't remember. And of course Lava. He also used to be a Pro League player, but he didn't really do any good, post any good results during that time. And he eventually, after Pro League kind of went away and went into StarCraft 2 and then completely disappeared, he started posting results afterwards. So he's one of the new age Zerg players that really excelled at the game after the kind of down period. And Haya is like, he's one of the absolute OGs. And I absolutely love casting this guy. He's a very good player, and he plays like insanely cool TVPs. I think I just casted 5 games from him against, who was it, Rain? And he played so great. Like, he played a lot of center control, a lot of kind of map control games, just setting up insane good positions and very diverse strategy choices, some really greedy builds. And you love to see stuff like this. Not always the stock standard, not always like, alright, I'm gonna be safe and go up to 2 bases, get my 2-1, and then do something. No, he likes to play like a greedy quick third or something. He likes to play a no detection game. He lost the no detection game to DTs. But that's a different thing. And now he's gonna bunker rush this one here. So he has this forward barracks. Of course, it was not the fastest barracks. Also, there's the wall behind, so he will eventually try to make a command center behind this. But for now, he will put on some pressure. The goal here is apparently not really to succeed with the bunker rush. Of course, if you can get that up, it's great. But the goal is to kill 2 drones. He loses a Marine, that's not great. If you can get away with the Marines, you're gonna be happy with 2 drones. Now you kind of want to kill 3. Let's see how much you can get done here. And of course, if he can get that bunker up, it would be amazing. But there's already the link, so I think this is not gonna work out here. Oh man, the two Marines were kind of stuck there for a second. I think he tried to micro them back and that didn't work out. So in the end, no Ling even did die here. And yeah. Let's see if the last Marine can get home. He might want to hide this somewhere on the map, as weird as it sounds. But yeah, I guess Lava didn't scout the location, so he doesn't actually know where the Marines came from. So now he is only scouting with one Ling, and he's gonna lose that Ling. He will find his opponent, of course, but that's at least he gets that one Marine back home. So gonna keep that in his inventory. There's the lair coming on to base. Wow, this is very drone line, man. 15 drones. He has like nothing mining on the minerals. It's crazy. So this is gonna be super fast meters, most likely. And of course he needs to deal a lot of damage with those meters. You want to grab that second gas basically as soon as this lair finishes up. And he's still making a few more drones, but yeah. Should be going... Oh, I guess he's gonna grab a third hatchery first here, so it's quite a different style here, this one. It's gonna be more economic. Of course he can make more drones with this. And he will delay the second gas for that. Just... Let's see, so he's at 300. It's interesting, he could get circling speed even with this, immediately. There's gonna be the Spire coming in, boom. And let's see what he gets afterwards. Maybe he just keeps on collecting for the meters already. Keeps on saving up, there's a second gas. Wait, come on. There's a second gas. And yeah, he's not getting any speed. So he will just keep on piling up some gas for that meter harassment. Now Haya did mine out his kind of weird mineral block here, this one, to open up the path for like tanks and stuff, get an easier rotation. Oh, this is interesting. So this is a 1 Rex into Stim and +1. And now he's gonna add at least 2 more Rex. He could go up to 5 Rex. But basically it could be anything between 2 and 5. You can also see 4 Rex. But this build, it has a very powerful +1 timing attack. But you're a little bit weaker against the initial meter harassment. Because you simply you don't have the firepower to really move out on the map, so you kind of need to stay back in your base and protect yourself with the turrets and the bio inside your main. Because this production is gonna ramp up a little bit slower than if you would have opened with a 2 racks Academy Rush. You'd already have like, I don't know, 4, 5, maybe 6 more Marines. You'd have like a full control group. You could move out on the map right now. You could pressure this sunken colony and you could force the meters to stay at home for a while. There's gonna be the third base, basically, by the way, here. So it's gonna take another starting location here. You will have that small ramp to defend. And there's gonna be the turret ring starting here for our turn player, Haya. This +1 is so fast, look at that. It's gonna time out perfectly with range. So for now he's gonna be using 4 barracks. He will float this one over. Probably somewhere here to his production, so he only has them all on one screen and easy to cycle through. There's gonna be the meters coming in here. Let's see how that meter harassment is gonna fare. But yeah, this army is a little bit flimsy. It lacks a little bit of firepower in him. He has a bunch of medics though, but he's basically saying... So you kind of want to get the medics as early as you can so you can stack up energy, right? But now he just wants to throw in Marines. Maybe get the fire bat to hold the door, basically. I like this double turret setup. It really punishes the meters kind of staying there inside that mineral line. And he will get probably one more muter there on the way out. Wow, I can't believe this, man. 11 HP. So he almost kills like 3 meters. I think he kills 1 from the 6, the initial ones. And he almost kills like 3 more here. I guess 2.5. But Lava behind this, of course, taking his third gas. That's gonna be the big key point here. And then eventually he'll take that Queen's Nest. Of course, first it's gonna be the Lurkers. Then it's gonna be the Queen's Nest and the tier 3 eventually. Going into those defilers. He could also just go into that quote-unquote crazy Zerg, where you just forgo defilers and immediately go up into Ultralisks. But then you need to just keep map control. basically can't lose and your mutas, you can't reproduce them, stuff like that. So Haya is out on the map right now, but this is actually very risky. If these links join up with the mutas, that's an easy group of Marines to kill. So he kind of needs to get his two groups together, or it's gonna be a disaster here in a moment. This group is out of position. If he can get a good, like, space, a good footing somewhere, but this doesn't look good. Look at that. That's such an easy cleanup here. And his army now is getting reinforced after he loses everything but one medic. So now he can start trading here. But this was so close to being reinforced. That's such an unfortunate moment here for Haya there. Let's see what the follow-up is gonna be. Of course, it's gonna be that double starport here with the vessels coming in very soon. He's going into 1-1. Of course, he needs that science facility first here to get his +2 upgrades or any higher upgrades going. There's the Queen's Nest, there's the Lurker, what is it called? Inspect, I think, upgrade, and there's gonna be that hive. So Lava is cruising right now. He just killed half of the Terran army. Lost only a bunch of links, really. He has still his full Mutaflock. Doesn't even really need to do much economic damage. Even though I think we're gonna see a third base here very soon. With these vessels starting up in a moment. There's not gonna be any Valkyries, so... Yeah, there's the SCV by the way. So there's not gonna be any Valkyries. So the vessels have to use their irradiates here on mutas or on lurkers. You kind of want to get rid of the mutas, but you want to prioritize lurkers because those are really the ones that it's too difficult to push through if there's too many. And those literally can be invincible if they ever have a Dark Swarm on top of them, so you don't really want to use it on the mutas, but if you have to and can get a good irradiate, of course you'll always do it. But you'd rather just shoot them down with your Marines. Now, can he get into this area? I don't think so. There's just gonna be... Oh, he messes up. He messes up. There's one. I think he could go. Yeah, you can pass through a single file. No. You can go through. You just need to do it. But I think he saw the other two Lurker Eggs here, and the mutas are guarding this entry. So even if he would go in single file, the mutas would pick off any bio units. Technically, he could have gone up, but the defenses were just a little bit too much here. And this Bio Force again is gonna get wrecked, even though he has the 1-1 and is trading quite decently. Look at this, he's fighting 0-0 upgraded units here on the other side. The meters of course have their +1 done. But there's the double drop here. Oh, only 3 units in the second dropship. This will get spotted now, but it will get into the main or the natural, whichever he chooses. He's gonna go for the main. If he could snipe the Defiler Mount, that would be amazing here. He's gonna go for drones. Okay, so he will go for drones. Kill a bunch of drones. What's he gonna choose? So he's gonna go for the upgrade. It's also a great target. He will cancel the Carapace upgrade. That's a big deal. And if you can, you want to get the Defiler Mount. He's gonna go for the Hydrodent first. And yeah, it's really, he has to choose something targeting here. So he doesn't really target anything. He just lets them shoot. And things are gonna get cleaned up now. He will kill a bunch of the mutas, maybe even all of them. Oh wow. There's like 1 muta left. Oh, that was pretty decent actually on the fight there in the end, but he kind of missed his chance to delay this upgrade. And, well, of course he doesn't know exactly if that's already done or not. There's nothing that shows this to you. There's no indicator if this is upgrading right now or not. So he can't tell for sure. But there was an opportunity to deny and throw back the timing on Consume and Defilers, basically. And the readiness of Dark Swarm. Yeah. Behind this, Haya is taking actually quite a bunch of command centers. So he just finished up his third base. You see the transfer here going over right now, the Maynard. And then you have the top right, which he's also trying to take right now. But there's an Overlord, which is going in and scouting this. If this is ever scouted, it's gonna be a difficult moment there for Haya to get anything done. It should be an easy cancel. He's already reinforcing this with a bunch of Marines here. And oh, the Overlord actually doesn't move in. Let's see, we're gonna see some irradiates here on those lurkers. Marines are gonna snipe the Scourge before they can connect. So far this is looking quite good, but there should be a Defiler somewhere. I saw someone already out, so he should have had one. There we go, there's the one. Not enough energy, no, he's getting... Oh, of course he used the Defiler over here. So he's only working with one Defiler right now. Now he needs to remake one, of course, because he lost his. But he did get 2 Dark Swarms, so there's no way to push through here for our Terran army. This Bio force is so flimsy, and I was wondering, yes, we are gonna see a mech switch here right now into the factory units there from the Terran, and that's why you always still see this on 1-1. That's why this is a what is it called? A single engineering bay as well. He will keep some of his bio units and put them into bunkers. I really like this choice, and he still has a bunch out on the map. You want to keep some of that alive, ideally, but he will start to use these vultures with the mines to assert map control here very soon. So he'll start tons of mines everywhere. Oh, the medics are not going with the gang. Keeping stuff like medics alive is really powerful, because they also heal up your SCVs, for example, if there's harassment going on, and having something to put into bunkers is quite helpful. I mean, you can just trade with the rest. It's not that supply inefficient to keep these Marines. They're at 1-1, they're decent. They're not super powerful, but they're decent. Oh, these 2 Marines, man. They're trying to deny this base as long as they can, but the Dark Swarm's already there. Oh, the drone came from the wrong angle. You're in the wrong part of town, brother. Now he sees this, and this is like, alright, you're mech switching this. So he knows what's up. The one big issue with this mech switch style is that you will start on upgrades from scratch 1. So there was no armory spinning, of course. He does have the first one running right now, and attack upgrades are gonna finish here in a second. But of course, these are on 0-0 right now. That being said though, that reset on the Carapace was really a big deal. But yeah, there's already Defilers, there's already Dark Swarm, there's already Plague. I want to see a Dark Swarm, come on man, you had 100 energy. And so far Haya's just setting up some positions here to hold for now. For a second I thought this was an SCV. It's taking another base here with this command center, so... And this SCV wants to take another base as well. This is kind of interesting how the matchup developed in this more recent era of StarCraft 1. Where... Oh god! Oh god! Did you see that? Oh my god. So what happened there? Why did just the whole Marine bunch blew up? It's basically because he ran in with the Hydra, he morphed into an egg, so the egg is almost unkillable by Marines. Because it has 10 armor, so they, like, more than not, they deal 0 damage. And then he drags the mine into the Marines and it blows up a freaking whole cluster of them. The Scourge are trying to run into these vessels, and this is if you sacrifice all of your Marines, you don't have anything to keep your vessels safe. Your Goliaths don't really shoot those things down fast enough, but look at the money. Haya has so much money, he can just shoot out vultures for days at this point. He's lacking in the gas department, and please move those medics. They're helpful, man. They're helpful. Keep those alive. Eventually you might want to have restoration, but yeah, we see the big tank Congo line here. The mech army has assembled. It's like the Avengers. They're moving out right now. He has 4 factories with machine shops here, and the rest is gonna be vultures. It's gonna be a huge army now flooding the gates here. And Lava's trying to come out and compete for map control. But this needs to be... This is gonna be difficult for him. Like, he needs something to deal with this mech army, and he threw away the meters, unfortunately, so there's nothing mobile right now. He could do another wave of meters, but he's just gonna choose to keep on producing Hydras for now. You also can use Guardians, of course, but you know there's the vessels, you know there's the double starport. I think he lost a lot of the vessels though. He's really emphasizing on just tank, vulture, and will put up turrets. That vulture still had 3 mines inside. I always hate to see these wasteful seconds. And Lava is starting to assert map control on his half of the map. So we're gonna go into a kind of split map. And yeah, you already see all these Axis minerals. They're gonna be missile turrets here in a moment. And he's already setting up the center position for himself, setting up a command center. If he gets the center, trades evenly, well then he can basically... It's gonna be almost impossible to lose this game. Now we can always see a queen switch. Let's actually check if there's the upgrade coming in. No, he's actually going into an ultralisk cavern, so maybe he just wants to overpower this on the ground here. We do see a big attack commencing right now. A lot of Dark Swarm. He's trying to break the center. I think he does have enough. He should at least get a cancel there on that base. There's a few more tanks behind us. The left side is not gonna get broken, but the command center will get cancelled. Oh fuck. Really? I don't see the dot. Oh, it's on that. Oh! He moves away at the last second. He still loses a bunch. Nuke! Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a nuke in one of these games. Might have been the first one. This is crazy. There's like a nuke rush as well. But yeah, man, I love it. I love it. Why not? Why not? He has so much money. Why not? I didn't even notice this. He made the covert ops. The science facility usually floats around somewhere, so he still needs to keep the center. So you need to be careful here. He needs to irradiate those guys or just kill them with other units. And you want to lay down your minefield, reapply that again and again. He wants to get up that command center again if possible here. I want to see that come in again. And complete the turret ring here. This right side is quite weak, then there's a little bit of an open field in the center. We'll go in with some vultures here to harass down some drones, but we kind of need to see a queen swap here. This is gonna be a very turtly game. And Lava, if he does not acknowledge this, it's gonna be a difficult one for him, because he will be out-traded, of course. The Terran army is just super efficient. And unless you have a spellcaster that can really deal with that, your units are just gonna be inferior there as the Zerg player. Now, where's all of that supply? Is he making more nukes? So there's one nuclear silo. There's another one. He actually has 2 nuke silos. So he has 2, right? He has 2 nukes. That's 8 supply. He needs to use those. That's 8 supply, that's 16 supply in nukes that are not doing anything right now. Okay, there's one again here. The Ghost is gonna shoot this one. But we do see a big Ling counterattack. The issue though is there is this bunker still with the Marines inside, even though a firebed would be the perfect answer. This is gonna delay the damage from piling on for quite a while. Oh my god! He killed everything! The Ghost! Oh, I can't believe it, he killed the base! I mean, nukes are super powerful in this game, but what do you know? So this guy's gonna get killed, unfortunately. Oh my god, he got the whole drone line. Oh, that was worth the 8 supply, yeah. It's 100, 100 and 8 supply. Man, those nukes. That's insane. And there's the next one. He's coming in. Coming in hot. Now also pushing here on the right side. There's a Defiler, but that couldn't really do the trick on its own. So Lava's really lacking in supply. Losing that full mineral line, that really hurt him quite a bit. There's gonna be another. He has so many overloads now at this point. Oh no, that is not gonna work. So he instantly, the nuke basically just got wasted. Instantly he's remake one. I don't see any ghosts move out right now here. There's a bunch at this barracks, it's so cool. Oh, there's the ghost, damn. It's full on energy. Ghosts, by the way, only do cost 1 supply, so he will lift this base for some reason. I guess this is, first of all, so it doesn't take damage, and second, it doesn't... like the SCVs just kind of walk away by themselves, and they'll come back by themselves, basically. So it's a one button to evacuate your SCVs. It's kind of cool, actually, if you think about it. Because they'll return, they'll try to long distance mine anyways. Oh, he snipes at the Defiler. That's a really good snipe there on these vultures. And there is a ghost with this somewhere. No, he's still sitting on top of there. Oh my god. He's like basically splitting his mech army, and Lava is so intent of breaking this with Ultralisks. I don't see him stack any queens anywhere right now. Well, this is not gonna work for the vultures. But that shouldn't work for the vultures. There's the minefield, there's the tanks, there's the ghost. Oh, is it gonna be dropped? Oh my god, he's dropping 3 ghosts! Okay, so they are Scourge waiting, and they are Scourge patrolling. Where's he going in? Oh no, there's nothing over here. He can nuke from on top of here. He can like place the ghost over here and nuke down there. Oh no! Oh no! It's gonna go into the main base. There's a nuke flying out. But this one got detoured. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, this one. It's not seen. Oh, it's in vision. The Overlord comes in. So the nukes haven't been connecting, and the center has been broken kind of here. In the meantime, Lava did throw a lot of stuff into the center, but there's still the command center. There's still a little bit of mech army here on that side, and we do see the push in here from higher into the main base of the Zerg, and all of the reinforcements are kind of getting wasted there. This is 4 hatch production, and you need to be careful how you use that. This command center is in the air again, so this place is kind of ransacked right now by the Zerg, and Haya needs to reestablish control over there. But he's starting to move in on the Zerg here. Is this a mistake though? His reinforcements are gonna clear this aggressive wave from Lava, but the base here in the north is also ransacked. He still has a lot of bases in the top right, which are untouched, and they are mining happily and sound and safe. And I don't think the Ultras are gonna be enough here to clear this reinforcing wave, but there's gonna be more units coming in. Now, Haya is having a little bit of a difficult time to reproduce, man. These mines, though, dealing quite a bit of damage there to the Ultralisks. Oh, the tank also does get blown up there. Tanks are okay, in like even in the normal mode against Ultras. They've got almost 40 damage. All of the ghosts get wasted. Is Lava doing the impossible? Is he gonna break this? He's gonna kill the tanks on the right side with all of these Mutalisks. And Haya, did he overextend himself a little bit too much? If you lose the production, if the Zerg is on top of your production, you're gonna have a difficult time. He's still making more ghosts because he's got the money, but he's starting to lose on that money front as well. The bank is starting to disappear. The tank line is not really up. He has so many units here, but he can't really get them in a good position. Now finally a Congo line of Zerg units coming in here. This is mostly Lynx, and all of them will get killed off before they actually connect with the Ultras here as well. But look at that, the whole tank count here on the right side has been decimated by these mutas. Now vultures are trying to harass down this base. There's still that one Ultralisk. It's gonna clear these vultures. He needs to set up the tanks again in the middle. He needs to get the center control again. He needs to re-establish the turret line. He still has a bunch of SCVs over here and a lot of mining going on in this area, but he kind of needs to re-establish his control again. And there we go, tanks are gonna siege up in the center here. He needs to of course place down those turrets because the mutas are there, and even though they're only +1 they can still kill tanks, no problemo. He needs to grab that high ground again. We're just coming in trying to fight these 3-2 Goliaths. Oh, it's 3-3 Goliaths. That's not gonna work, I think. And yeah, Lava is gonna give up on this one. Eventually the bank outgrew, but look at that. He almost depleted the whole bank here from our turn player. What a game. What a game. Crazy, crazy game. And it's even more crazy that Lava tried to break this with just quote-unquote crazy Zerg, right? That's why it's called crazy Zerg, because it looks so insane. You just make Ultralisks and Links and you just throw them at your opponent. And he almost won. That's the crazy thing about it. Man, what a game. Lovely stuff, lovely StarCraft then. I need to move the replay here, 1 second. That's not the one. Oh. That's the one, yeah. And the one we watched was this one. The done folder. Done. Yo, that was a great game. Love to see it. Now next, let's see if Action and Ample can do the same thing. Alright, let's hop into the next game here. In the top right, we've got Ample. In the bottom left, we have Action. And I need a drink. Wow, that was a really good game between Haya and Lava. I like to see stuff like this. I love the mech switches, and I love the nukes. One of the nuke, the biggest one, we barely caught the tail end of the carcasses, but that was insane. That might have actually won him the game, that one nuke, which killed the base, the whole drone line, and the defenses over there. Oops. There's the barracks on 11. And that's your scouting SCV coming in. So Action is gonna scout the wrong direction here. And this drone is gonna cross scout. He has 2 overlords for the other locations. There's a spawning pool and an extractor coming in, of course, after the hatchery. So a good economic opening here for us, a player. Let's see if we're gonna get that small move out with like a few Marines that's so popular right now to try and catch a couple drones. It's all you want to do. You want to kill 2 drones. As weird as it sounds, it's worth it for Terran to sacrifice 4 Marines for 2 drones in the very early game. He's gonna most likely wait for 3 Marines and then just walk across the map and try to get something done there. There's gonna be 2 links. And there you go. There's the 3rd Marine. He's gonna start the move. This drone comes back. It will see an abandoned wall. And that's all you need to know. Now you know the Terran's out on the map. But why is he going into the bottom? I guess he's hunting for this Overlord. That's a really cool choice as well. An early Overlord kill is actually very, very painful. And he will find the Overlord. Now he needs to get on top of that as soon as possible. There's the drone, by the way. Can he get this Overlord before it gets away onto the safe spot here? He needs to get in the area. Okay, he only shoots it low, but he doesn't get the actual Overlord, so he doesn't get the kill. The Overlord is safe over this pile of trash. The SCV does get killed off. There's gonna be that third hatchery. Of course, the lair is gonna finish up here in a moment, and then there's gonna be that spire over here. There we go. And there's the Marines walking back home. Saving your... Oh, we see the same thing. Oh, this is interesting. So it's again an academy and an engineering bay. Engineering bay makes +1. And the academy, while when it starts his stim and the range, it will basically time out with the +1 at kind of the same time. Then he will probably also go up into 4 barracks. We saw this earlier, and then he could go, excuse me, into a mech switch as well behind this. This is very interesting. Might be meta right now on the ladder here in South Korea. And there's gonna be the additional barracks. The 2 medics at this point. He did do this without a bunker though. Or bunker attempt. So this should be a tiny bit faster even. Or have at least like a couple more Marines or something. A little bit stronger. There's the Overlord coming in. It's already half dead, so you want to be careful with this one. I wonder how many patches are stacked here. I actually don't know this. But there's like patches stacked here. So they're on top of each other. As you can see here. So there's more than just 2 mineral patches. There's like at least 6. I saw 3 different stacks, or 3 different ones I did select, and there's 2 of those stacks, so there's at least 6. So that's like 6 SCVs mining at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's basically should be 6, I guess even. It's already a base. So Ample is trying to find the 3rd base right now for Action, but Action doesn't have one yet. Doesn't have a drone out on the map. He throws down the Hydra then first. And he might not commit to too many meters, we'll see. Might just go up to that 1 control group. Marines are trying to greet the meters inside the main base. Triple turret setup here, lovely placement by the way. Come on, barracks. Come on. Let's try to land, but there we go, he fixed that. So he has +1, he has range, he has stim, and he could push out on the map now, if he wants to. For now, he's just hanging back at home. Action is going up a lot of drones. 30 drones at this point is quite a number. Very high saturation, and the SCV will find this base. So that's all he wanted to see. I don't think it was seen actually, so if he can get undetected across the map, well then he could just bust down the 3rd. Resetting that would be quite strong. He needs to be careful though. Those mutas are here to kill him. Oh, he splits off 4 Marines. He says, alright, that's fair enough. But those are kind of undetected. He doesn't know about this link, but 1 link is not going to be enough. 4 Marines can kill the space. Especially if they have a... and they will get a bunker as well. That's lovely. There's going to be a bunker. I love this man. He's going to make that for the 4 Marines. And he kind of did this undetected because the mutas didn't see it. So the mutas have to deal with this. But he kind of has a position already there. So he could either reinforce, wait and reinforce that point, or he can try to fight with the Marines themselves down there. But if he ever gets down there, he basically has the ramp control. That's what he's doing with this. Oh, I think Action has noticed this somehow. I don't know how, but he knows this. So he cancels the base. The CV comes in, sees, oh, it's cancelled. So he scans the top, he sees the 3 lurker stack here, and he might have cancelled because he just wasn't able to get down the lurkers to the position. So can you break this open? Technically, yes. Oh, he could intercept these drones. You need to be careful here. Action is gonna pull those back. He did notice that as well. 4 drones would be quite juicy. Meteors are abusing this position here. As you can see, you can't really look up at that point. So the Meteors can come in and deal some free damage. Unfortunately, he's not in position to intercept these drones. He snuck them around here. So he will get the drones, the full gas saturation up as soon as possible, basically. See, they're all going for the gas. There's the Defiler Mound already on the way, a Nidus Canal to connect these bases. There's the second side. For a second I was wondering, is this only 1 starboard? So he went up to 5 barracks, which is a little bit different from the one we saw earlier, and this could mean that he wants to keep on going into bio. Yeah, he is actually going into +2 as well. So I don't expect a mech switch this game here from Ample. He might just want to play bio. SK Terran basically, bio and Vessel. Oh, can he box in these Mutas? They're flying across the army! Ah, he only loses 1 luckily here for action. There's the vessels, they're ready. This lurker triangle is not stacked. And this is now funny. So, oh, he killed the drone, I think. This is now a safe space for the Terran. So he basically took away that with the bunker he set up there. He can hold that ramp for a while. So he asserted himself and position to expand to. So he immediately throws down a command center down there. This is a 4 lurker stack. Of course he doesn't know this, but yeah, he will also take this location. So the double expandy from the Terran, it can be quite powerful if he gets that up and running. There's gonna be a Defiler being irradiated. Consume is not done yet, so he can't get up what he needs there. But there's a triple lurker stack still. He needs to be careful. He's trying to bust this open now. That lurker egg in the way. Can he get the guys under those overlords? There's so many though. 5 lurkers. I don't think you have enough bio here to do this. And indeed, the Marines are just falling apart here. And that lurker splash was just too much. You really underestimated how many lurkers were actually stacked down there, so Action could get away with those very low numbers of, what is it called? Sunkets. Only 2 sunkets. It was basically more than enough. Now we see a few firebats here. So yeah, this is definitely gonna stay on bio. At least for quite a while. He did get a machine shop, so he might want to add in tanks or eventually do a little bit of a mech switch. He does not have a second engineering bay yet, so he's kind of keeping his options open for now. But also, he doesn't have an armory yet, so that's gonna be an issue if he really wants to do that, because his upgrades are gonna be super late. There's gonna be the transfer. I think it might have been seen here by this overlord, so Action might know that there is something going on in the bottom right here. It's quite a large force that Ample has here in the center. There's a second wave. Now we do see a double dropship. This has been very popular recently. And he's actually making 2 more, so it's gonna be a drop heavy play here from Ample trying to break in. He has the center control, so he's trying to... Oh, he could elevate up all of the army, but Action is already anticipating this. He's ready here for the drop. He will try to counterattack himself. The Marines inside the bunker, are they going to be enough? They're going to stim, but one did get killed immediately by the Lynx. The Lynx are not... The Lynx are going to break this. The Marines are not going to be enough there. He didn't have a fireball inside that one. So now the space is kind of exposed. What are you going to do here? Little Ample. He's gonna try, yeah, he's gonna evacuate this for now. He's gonna run the SCVs and he's gonna come down with a small force there to break that again. And he's dropping into Mutas, that's not, end units, no. This is not gonna work. This double drop is a failure here. dead on arrival. That's not how this works. He will clean these links, and he will most likely retake the spaces one morning. How annoying. But yeah, he's gonna go back into mining down there. But he needs to set up a new defense line. Now this time he has marines and a medic. Of course the bunker wasn't in a perfect place to guard the ramp, but it was in a decent spot, so it actually traded a lot against the links. Also like having a firebed inside for those situations are insanely good. Oh, plague! He gets all of the vessels. Oh man, that's 6 vessels, plague. And 2 dead. Ooh, that was pretty good from action. And he's making a spore. I love to see this. Oh, this is so annoying. The spore, it has so much range, it's insane. He's even bringing in the last couple of meters, so he wants to get a couple of glaives on those vessels. And whoa, insane plague on the whole bio, man. Oh man, that plague grinding. Oh, and the link. He killed 2. I think he shot his own as well. Damn. So what are we gonna see behind this? There's just gonna be the addition of tanks, it seems. He's making more barracks, so he will stay on bio. He's making a 3rd starport. Now that's gonna be just massive vessel bio and single file tanks, I guess. Should probably create another bunker over here. There's gonna be another Zerg force trying to break this, and this time it's gonna be with a Defiler, so this is impossible defense here technically for the Terran player. Oh, he will actually, or will he try to go and push up into the north here? No, I think he's just gonna break the space. With the Defiler, yeah, you can't really do much. There's gonna be the Duck Swarm. Oh, he's actually just gonna plague. Kill everything with a Ling. Can he get all of these SCVs? Yeah, I think. One good more spine. Oh! Most of them get away. That's crazy. So he has the bunker finished up now, but no marines to put in anymore. Might be able to get this base here. There's no defense in place. The links are sleeping on the job right now. Meanwhile, he's trying to push here in the north as well. A big plague and a dark swarm, so can't even kill that Defiler. This base is gonna be a goner though. He's floating off that command center. He's like, alright, this is a little bit too far out to defend. And in the meantime, he will try to assert the top control. He's gonna try and kill the top base, basically. And if he can get that done, and get rid of action from this position, well, then it's gonna be a great time. Oh, he goes into the bunker. Repair it! Make it as nasty as you can. No, it doesn't repair, unfortunately. So he is just roaming on the left side there, kind of. But, oh, that's why there's the 3rd starport, of course. So this, oh god, I love it. This is the battlecruiser switch. I don't think he has any upgrades on those, but they are very powerful by themselves. They don't really need, they have like 25 damage bursts. So, yeah, and it's a laser man. And this Bioforce needs to be careful though. 4 irradiated Ultralisks are gonna be dealing so massive AoE damage. It's crazy. They don't even need to fight. They just need to walk through this army. And the Ultras though, they will be enough. Sorry, the Mutas, sorry, what the F. The battlecruisers will be enough to deal with this, and we need to see a lot of Scourge try and best these. The issue though is BCs will shoot down Scourge quite easily. Oh, there's gonna be the plagues though. Oh no, you don't want to be plagued. Also a drop coming in here at the same time, but action is looking quite good here. Starting to retake control of the map right now. He has the bottom right cracked open and under control himself. He tries to push in into the natural, that wouldn't work, but the defense with the Ultralisks is looking good and solid. A plague does not bring battlecruisers down to maximum or minimum health. So a plague does 300 damage and a battlecruiser is 500. Oh my god, he flies all of them into one per. Oh god, he loses 8 or something. I don't know, man. That was 8 fucking science vessels. He loses all of his vessels. No, Ample! Oh my god, he loses all of the vessels to one Spore. All of them were plagued. And he's now playing Spore defense against these battle cruisers. They don't have Yamato guns, it seems. They don't have the energy. In the meantime, we have a drone trying to attack this base. That's not gonna work, but as good as these BCs are, he can just make like spores everywhere. And the fighter didn't work. Of course, he wants to plague these guys as well. If you can get a plague going, that's amazing. Yeah, you can kind of defend with spores. He doesn't want to lose these BCs. Keep it alive. Oh, it does go down. And this army is getting crushed here in the center as well. This is looking really good for action, in my opinion. He's looking at 180 supply. Look at that, Zerg! It's coming across the map. There's so much. He has so many positions under control. He did lift off this base as well. This is gonna be the last mining base here, really, for Ample, even though he has a lot of money right now. And he does have the battle cruisers across. Now there's gonna be the Scourge switch and the Hydras coming in here as well. He did get a Dark Swarm up and running. This base is lifted and it's only floating. A couple battle cruisers are not gonna be the defense he's looking for. There's only one guy in the bunker. Come on, let's see the Scourge. Boom, boom, boom. GG. Ample getting wrecked there in the end. I really like the idea with the BCs, but he lost the control of the map like crazy. Wow, that did not go his way. That did not go his way. That was insane. Really well done here by our Zerg player. Let's see a Protoss game. So I know who this guy is. I just don't know who he actually is. So I'll do very quick research. Rich. S rich, so rich. Doesn't even have a frickin' picture. Can't believe it. So he is not a big contender. Rich. He's an amateur. He's not a professional, but he's like on rank 4 right now, and he looks unstoppable. Alright, we're just gonna cast this game. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go with a Terran against Protoss here. So it's gonna be Rich against Ample. And let's see how this plays out. In the bottom left, we've got Rich, an amateur Korean player, currently rank 4 on the ladder. in the top left, we have Ample, of course. I think he is an ASL pro. He's a semi-regular, if I'm not mistaken. Can quickly check this. He used to play for KT Roldster, and he did make it into KSL. Did do a run of 8 there, lose to Mini for example. Hasn't really been... let's see his results actually. I think there's more to this. So yeah, ASL, he's like an ASL round of 22 guy. He's like one of the guys that lose in the first round of ASL. In the group stage. But he will be there, right? So he's that good, at least, to be there. He's that good enough to beat everyone on the way to the qualifiers, including this guy, Rich here. Gonna check out the results for Rich. I wanna see if he did do anything great. In ASL, for example. So he's playing the Challenger seasons, right? And he hasn't even won one of the Challenger seasons. It's crazy. Rich. Apparently didn't play much last year. Was very active in 2024. Oops. Okay, so now, Nexus here. After Pylon, so kind of Nexus first. Super greedy, but it's just difficult to punish. Of course, the Terran has to kind of go with that barracks. Now, what is he going to do? He's not going to choose to do anything about this. He's just going to throw down his normal build. Not going to try to go for an early command and skip the Marines or anything crazy like that. You could do this. Like, you see this timing. Now, he's going to try to make a bunker here in the depth vision, but there's already a probe that's going to be scouting this. So this bunker is not going to complete here. And you're going to have to make a zealot, but he will pull SCVs now. Oh, I would have loved, I guess you can't really do this. If the barracks is over here, right, you can kind of have a faster path here. You will not be able to put much health on this bunker, I think. Yeah, it's going to get cancelled. So he has the money for a command center now. Is he gonna do it? No, he just makes a supply depot. This is so crazy. So you wanna just play kind of a blocking game? They keep the probes away from your marine. Oh, the second marine runs into the probes. There's a bunker again under construction, but the zealot's already out. The zealot's gonna clear that bunker. SCV's trying to drill through the probes, but the probes are just too powerful. And that looked like a very easy defense here. Oh wow. That didn't look good for Ample. Now Ample has to make this work somehow. He has no gas. Well, I guess he just started his gas. He has no factory. There's gonna be goons coming soon. There's the cybernetics core on the way, there's that zealot now walking across the map. He can do this kind of again, one more time. But yeah, you need to stack up more marines. He's gonna make his bunker now. He's gonna throw down his command, so he's gonna try to play from behind there on the economy. He does have more SCVs. But with that second probe production facility here, in form of that second Nexus, well, it's only a matter of time before Rich will out-produce and out-macro Ample here. And that for quite a bit. So that decision didn't really work here. He was kind of hoping that the bunker would be more hidden, but that didn't work out. He was hoping to get more health on it, that also didn't work out, so a lot of things not working here for our Terran player. And then he kind of rallied in the second marine a little bit too casually. That came in just really into the probe line before it actually tried to fire even at it. He didn't wait for the second marine to join up, and it's a difference if you hit with one or with two marines. Like, the issue with the SCVs is, even though they have a lot of health, they are ranged attack, and they don't have a range. They have 0 range. Now zealots have the same range. They might even have a little bit more range than SCVs. SCVs need to kind of move into the target, and then they can... It's like how they mine, right? They kind of move into the block and then they start to mine. There's the Goon. Goon is waiting for his range, but that's gonna take a while. Yes, only halfway through. And he's getting a 2-gate Robo for now. Should be the Observatory here coming in very soon. And he's already moving out with another probe here. Potentially set up another base for himself. Oh, that's an interesting pylon position. How curious. So there's an SCV to block this, and he will see the pylon being placed down, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a base. You can just place down the pylons and then do use them for vision if there's going to be dropships later on coming through that area, or you'll see vultures rotating or something. And he will indeed... He's just placing pylons for vision right now and for potential places to expand to. There's the observatory. He's going actually into a support bay afterwards, but shuttle first. So interesting choice here. He can drop goons now. I think he still has the zealot. Oh, there's 2 zealots. Okay, so he could drop 2 zealots actually. Yeah, a lot of tanks already been produced here. No upgrades are produced yet. SCV got killed. Scouting that army. And Ample is trying to salvage this game, kind of. It's not really going his way. He doesn't have, like, what he doesn't have is, he doesn't have a detection, for example. If there would be a DT showing up, well, he would be dead. But luckily for him, it's a robotic support base, so yeah. The tech would be out very soon. I don't think he has mines on these vultures. No, he doesn't have mines. He's going for speed right now first. There's the mines. So that would be a disaster. He doesn't have anything to deal with invisible units right now. There's no armory, there's no engineering bay, no turrets, no comstat, nothing. The observer has free reign here. He's gonna get a scout here off the map of the base. And Ample is saying, alright, it's time. We've got 5 tanks. He doesn't... Does he have siege mode? I'm kind of curious. I didn't see it get researched, but he might have it. He has so many tanks. He might have gotten siege mode first. And that's a weird choice, but yeah, him going with that double machine shop is kind of an interesting choice anyways. So this looks like a little bit of a follow-up all-in to me. He's only up to 40 workers, so he has stopped producing workers quite a bit a while ago. The tanks are just walking in, so there's no siege mode yet. At least they're not trying to siege up. And it's basically a 4 factory all in here. This doesn't work, like Ample is basically out of the game, and it looks like this army is gonna be broken quite easily. He doesn't have any upgrades going. You look at this, yeah, he did not make siege mode. So he tried to just play strong vultures with this as reinforcements. But this is not working out. There's siege mode, see? So he lost a bunch of his tanks, he lost most of the vultures, or all of the vultures, he lost the marines, he lost kind of everything. Now he's gonna try to play even more from behind game. But this is not getting any better right now. I don't think he's forgotten to research siege. Even though it looks like that, it's more of a bust combination he tried to play there. So he wanted to reinforce with only vultures, that's why he got speed. Or potentially run through with the vultures into mineral lines. And the tanks were there to just fight the dragoons. That's why he made so many, so he could forego siege mode. But that Reaver basically completely ruined his day. Now he's got it, he's gonna be defensive with these tanks. That was a pretty good defense though here again from Ridge, so Ridge looking good. Usually, as a benchmark, Terran players want to get siege mode as late as possible. So I'm pretty sure it was intentional for this push. He also didn't really have the unit set to kind of keep pushing with siege mode, if that makes sense. He didn't have enough support units for that, so he kind of needed to be in the mobile mode. But if he would have had siege mode in that moment, well, just sieging up 1 or 2 tanks might have done the trick against that pesky shuttle with the Reavers inside. Which is now pushing. On the other side of the map, Dragoon forces coming across as well. There's a little bit of a minefield, but not too much here. He has a lot of mines stacked up still, should probably use them very soon here. And the Reaver's just kind of posturing in front of the base, wants to get some scarabs onto tanks. Oh, he dodged the mine, by the way, here. He did see the small explosion, he heard the sound maybe. He did dodge this because he doesn't take any damage. Observer! Yeah, they always get away with 2 HP. Oh, he eats double shot. Whew. You see, you kind of need siege mode against these. Oh! This time it was not a dodge. These mines, man. There's gonna be the DTs now walking in, but there is comp stats, so he does have energy. 65, and this one's been used. Needs to be careful though. He's gonna scan this one. Might be a friendly fire kill? No, but he will kill this nonetheless. Not enough DPS. Needs to set up more turrets. He has turrets over here, so there is a way to get rid of these invisible units. But look at the supply. Ample is only at 150 supply right now. Sorry, at 105 supply, and we're almost approaching max here for our Protoss player, who's coming in now with Arbiter attack as well. When did he get that? Didn't even look at the base here, so preoccupied to see if the Terran has a way to chance to survive this game, but now everything clustered up. The Reavers are going to do, whoa, God's work here. Oh god, even a mine drag there from the Zealots, a little bit of friendly fire from the tanks. Gonna finish off so many of these siege tanks. A big investment here that was made by Ample, but this is such an easy looking break here. And GG's gotta be called, of course. It looked so easy because he was so far behind from that early game. That just simply did not work in his favor. Didn't really have 2-1 upgrades or anything close to that. I think he had 1+1 attack. He didn't really have a turret ring. He didn't really have the vultures. He didn't have the minefield, right? There's so many things missing that are crucial pieces of that mech composition to work at all. And yeah, he just didn't have it. So it was pretty clear that this wouldn't work. Which one was this? Oh god. I think... Oh yeah, okay, that was this. So we did this one. That is the one. Okay. Okay, so I've got a few... How many games is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Which Lava and Speed, or Hero, if you know him, not the Zerg player Hero, but the Terran player. I think he made a round of 4 very recently in last year in ASL. He had like a little bit of a breakout performance. He is called Speed, but also Hero. Not this guy. Speed. And let's check. I'm pretty sure he had a really good run. Maybe it was a round of 8. Let's see the results. A run of 16 and a run of 12 in last year. So he has been kind of making a dent in that ASL environment where he just used to not thrive that well. He was like a early round dropout usually. And in the last year, he basically kind of asserted himself as a little bit of a stronger mid-tier player there. And someone who could definitely bring pain to everyone who faces him. He looked really strong in his ASL season 19. So yeah, I've got so many games of those. They played like literally too many games. Let's watch these games. It's a ton of games, and gonna be lava in the top right here, and speed in the bottom right. Now let's see what those guys are gonna do to each other here in these 8 games in a row. It must be crazy if you keep on hitting the same guy on the ladder and it's someone who's like lava or someone who is speed, right? It must be feeling so frustrating. So you will move down to the low ground and place a barracks at 8. Okay. No, it's a supply depot. I was getting the Ajax in here. And there we go. Barracks on 11, the standard one. It used to be like a standard Terran build, used to be barracks on 11, gas on 12, 12 or 13, and then the factory follow-up. But yeah, that's like a proto TVP build. And there's your scout SCV. Love, of course, going for that hatchery first. We'll follow this up now with a pool, spawn pool here, and then we'll see that gas being taken in a moment. There it is. Oh, Speed will get lucky here. He will find this. He'll find his opponent instantly. Now Lava does see this SCV. Does Speed do something here? For now, not. He could throw down a bunker, he could try to break this. He does see the build, so he can be aggressive against this. And yeah, he's already taken this... Oh, wait, what? I thought the SCV would go to the front line here. It's gonna keep it home. So he might not be aggressive against this. What's it gonna be? We'll throw down a Commancer here in just a moment, I think. He has the money for it right now. He's still pushing across with the Marines, and this is the moment where Lava realizes with the drone that there's Marines already at his front door. There's a bunker being made here. He sees this just now. And he brings down the drones, but the bunker's already almost done here. It might just finish. He will try to fight the drone there. He only has this one SCV, so it's the crucial one. 30 HP. I think Lava might have just enough here to detour this back home. And he did not lose a drone, so that's pretty good actually. There's no kills on these Marines. Now 3 Marines are gonna be enough to fight this with the proper micro. He will not get it done though, it seems. We'll lose all of the Marines here, and pretty good micro from Lava here on the other end. If this is this, how much vision does this create? It's not too much, but it's actually not too shabby as well. He sees the full entrance, so he sees every unit that moves in and out. Does do the cancel of course now, because he wants that money back. And he does keep the SCV alive, which is nice at least. But that would have been a disaster if the SCV also dies after he loses the 3 Marines, I think it was. There's a Spire. This looks like a good timing from Lava, if you ask me. The second barracks is just starting right now. There's the academy. There's no what is it called? Engineering bay. These meters feel kind of fast, if you ask me. He's only gonna have like 6 with the Spire finishing up. You see the money peaking at 400 right now. He's gonna have 6 meters, 5 to 6 meters. That's gonna be the engineering base. So let's see if Speed has his timings mapped out perfectly here, or if we're gonna see a disaster in a moment. There's gonna be that Spire. 6 meters is the number. He's only making 3 though. Well, he doesn't have the minerals, I guess. So now we go up for 5. And 1 more. Complete the 6-pack. Lava is slowly moving in with these overlords, and he's, by the way, taking a natural base here. If he can hold that one, he's gonna have that 4th base for free. 2 additional barracks coming online. He should probably start at +1 very soon. He's getting range first now, and I think we're gonna see +1 starting up afterwards. He's gonna throw down a couple of missile turrets here, but as soon as the gas hits 100, we will see that sweet weapon damage increase upgrade here. But this is also the moment when the meters hit the base, so he needs to kind of keep on producing marines and stuff, so he will reinvest a lot of minerals, and this is keeping him preoccupied from actually clicking that, because he needs to move his forces. There's have a medic and a few marines there sitting under that turret, which is a kind of a nice, small tactical position, a strategic position, and there we go finally, with 100 gas delayed basically. He was looking like he could have instantly clicked it, but yeah. That's a small delay that Lava managed to get for himself there on that upgrade. And now here in the bottom, sniping a few SCVs. He loses a meter, but he still has 6. Now this army is moving out. He's trying to pull the mutas outside of his base by just moving across the map. He doesn't really want to get really to his opponent, he just wants to have the mutas out in the open field to fight them. Ideally you want to reinforce this with your 4x production here, but if you don't kill the marines, they can't come and kill a base. That's the issue. Oh, can you get the repair? Unfortunately not. It's really difficult to place good turrets here on this base, I guess, on this map. There's no turret in between, there's only one guardian the south side here. There's nothing on the production, only one on the top. If you could get these meters boxed in, that'd be great. Oh! Lava's actually dealing so much damage with this. Still has 8 meters. Could go for a snipe on that turret. And I think indeed he will. And then this mineral line is going to be under threat. The turret does survive, mass repair is gonna save it. Now the meter's flying into that bio, getting caught here a little bit. Finally, Speed getting a little bit of revenge. Can Lava get out? It looks like he's really boxed in here. There's a bunch of marines waiting on the south, there's a few coming in the north right now. From that high ground. Now he will abandon the position in the south. He still has 4 marines there, but they're not completely in that area. He still gets 2 meters on their way out, so that's a lot of the mutalisks that he just kills there. But look at this. 5 more. 6 more. 7, 8 more. He made a full group again. He did do so much damage. He's only sitting on 21 workers though, so I need to be, of course, careful here as the Zerg player. And he's only sitting at 2 hatcheries. He's playing this super drone light, and you see that reflected in the money, so he might still die even though this looked like a lot of delay and damage from these meters. Actually what happens here is that if you can't kill Speed with these meters, then Speed is gonna win the game. But this looks promising here, being inside that mineral line. The bioforce is out on the map, the irradiators have not been done yet, and missile turret placement is all but gone. Now he tries to push in the north here. He will kill this base, okay. So he will get a win for himself as well, but the meters on top of production is gonna be a disaster here. Of course, like these starports, they're not Yeah, he's gonna make a panic armory basically. So he can't get vessels out in time because the Mutas are already ransacking his production. Now he cannot reinforce his army because, well, this is the only barracks that's in range of reinforcing the troops right now. He does win over here, so there was no defense, and he brings back 4 Marines, but I think this army is just too dead already. He tried to make that armory and tried to go into Valkyries, but that didn't work out because he just lost too much already, and in the end, man, he just dies to Mutas. Lava kind of gets him with the Mutas there. Underestimated that potential. And yeah, I think he underestimated how invested Lava was in this. He saw that third base, but actually Lava was only on 20 drones, right? He was half on the drone count there compared to what Hero had. Sorry, Speed had. And now I need to kind of grab the right one. Okay, this one's done. So he was on a very low count comparatively, and yeah, he wasn't really aiming actually to take a third base, really. He was just trying to grab that gas for full Muta production and getting that +1. Now let's hop into the next game here. We do have Speed in the bottom left and Lava in the bottom right here. Now that was quite the all-in from Lava there. It's basically 2 base Muta, but with a third base. And that third base does only collect gas. It's like 2 base Muta with 3 geysers. That's all it was. He didn't really make anything else. I mean, if you have 20 workers, right, and you do have... Oh god, this is center barracks. 8 rags. Okay, so let's go back to the last game here for a moment. If you have 20 drones and you have 3 geysers mining, that's 9 drones on gas, and then you have 11 drones on minerals. That's it. There's no excess minerals to produce drones or links or anything. It's literally just full on Muta production. Maybe he has enough to make an overlord, not overlord here or there. But he can't even really invest into too many overlords because he doesn't really have the money there. There's gonna be 1 barracks in the center. It's not gonna be 2. Not gonna be that double Atrax, the infamous one. It's gonna be only 1 single Atrax. And he will scout cross first. Oh, this is why you scout cross with a drone usually. But it does not go through the center because he goes into the bottom left. This is a mistake by Lava. He might not see this. He will find his opponent. He will see that there's no... He's making a gas? Is he gonna throw down a factory? Well, he will see that there's no... What? He didn't go up to check. Wait, Lava didn't go up to check. Oh, wait. He only went into the natural, so now he goes cross. He didn't check the main base. He sees an SCV, he's like, alright, you're here, right? Wait, where's your base? Now he tries to go up. I saw your SCV leaving. And now he knows, oh, it's your scout. Oh, whoa, why would you scout like that? Let's go to the center. Oh, no, there's already 3 Marines. Now he does get the gas behind, and he will go into a factory wall here. Which is kind of interesting. I'm curious if that actually fully walls this. Like link tight might be the case. And this is only 1 barracks production with Marines. Should probably start a bunker here. He's gonna do that. He moves the Marines behind. He has 1 on the other side though. I wonder why. No! There's gonna be so much damage distributed here if you can get them. Oh my god, these Marines are unkillable. The bunker's gonna get up. They're so low. Oh, get into the bunker. No, he loses 1, but he gets 3 inside. Look at that. And he has the 4th Marine come in here. He's got to push aggressively on that drone. He's gonna snipe that one. That's a big one here. Only 10 workers left here for our Zerg play. He's gonna bring another drone. He tried to make a sunken colony there, and he did intercept that immediately. He's gonna block it with the SCV. He almost kills the drone with the SCV. It moved in a tiny bit too far, too far into the bunker, and it already took half damage. Now he did it again and loses the drone. This defense is not looking good, and we do see the vulture follow up. It's coming in hot, and he will be able to kill all of the links with the vulture. Now, this is trying to be broken here. The SCV a little bit too clumsy to get onto the repair as fast as it wants to be. There's gonna be a creep colony. All of the Marines do die because they were super low, but there's the vulture. Can it get up in the main? No, it gets caught. Whew, so Lava is starting to recycle this game. He might have wanted to cancel that creep colony. So he kept the base alive, and he has a sunken on the way now. So he will use the sunken, I guess, to fight off the vultures. But this game is looking crazy already. So the issue though is, there's gonna be a Wraith, but it doesn't have cloak. There's no add-on, so there's no cloak production. But there's gonna be a Spire. And if there's one muta, I guess one muta you can still win with a Wraith. 2 mutas are gonna kill like 3 Wraith or something. So he's gonna make a machine shop and then a control tower. This is such a technical build here. 8 barracks into factory for 2 vultures, then into the machine shop. He brings back the barracks, produces marines again, makes a Wraith, then goes into the control tower. Now he's gonna start to harass the drones. Okay, so he will go for the drones. The Spire's not done yet. This is gonna be messy. So he makes creep colonies to try and defend the drone. You want to, I guess, start a geyser here. Yeah, we'll do that so he doesn't lose the drones, and he just wants to keep them alive. But yeah, he doesn't actually need those creep colonies or something. It's gonna be an overlord, and now going for Scotch you can. Oh my god, he hit the perfect moment to cancel, and he instantly shot the drone. What a freaking boss, man. What a boss. There's the Scourge. He goes away with that Wraith before the Scourge comes. So he gets that drone that even tried to save itself 2 times in that being morphed there into the colony. And there's the second starport, 2-port Wraith with the cloak. I don't foresee good here for Lava in the future. He brings his Marines as a mobile defense for his small air force right now. And if he can keep these alive against the Scourge, well, which he does, it's gonna spell doom here for Lava. At least Lava should have seen what's going on, so he kind of knows what's up. And yeah, you can muster defense. He has a lot of gas, and he can go into mutas if he wants to. Guess he's freeing up the supply a little bit right now. And there we go, Mutalisk production has started. It's not going into any upgrades yet, but there's already... the push is already starting here. It's gonna be 4 Wraith and 5 Marines and a Vulture. Now, 4 Wraith are gonna have an easy time with Scourge. They're just so fast. They don't care. And if he kills these Overlords, it's gonna be lights out. Supply blocked. There's gonna be Mutas, but he's gonna have Cloak. I think he already has Cloak. Maybe he still needs it. There we go. There's the Cloak. There's one Overlord coming in, but he already killed 2 of the Mutas. There's 3 to remain. Wraith is such a cool unit, honestly. Ah, GG. GG. Oh my god, what a nasty game. What a nasty game. Wow. That was pure letter scum there. I love to see this. An 8 Rex into 2 port Wraith, cloaked Wraith. Oh my god. It's disgusting. I need to wash my hands now. That's how disgusting that was. Great game. A letter gem. Okay, let's watch one more game here between these guys. We're gonna technically make a best of 3 here. And here we go. In the top right, we do have Lava. In the bottom right, we do have Speed. Now this is a 2-player map, and it has a unique feature. It does provide you 2 geysers inside your main base. Now you'd think, great, I can play 2 base meter on 1 base. Yes, technically that is true. You still need the second hatchery, but you could play this very compact. Doesn't make much sense though. You can just take the natural and get 1 additional gas even, so you can operate 3 gas on 2 bases. Now this is, if you take a look at the numeric values, it's different. Those are not 5,000s, those are 3,000s. That means between the full gas amount split between these is of course 6k, and you have in your natural there's a 4k geyser. So the actual value of these Vespene geysers is the exact same as 2 base geysers. They equal out to 10k. The difference is you need 3 more workers to saturate this, and you can get the income, like the actual pace of the money of the gas flowing in, is gonna be like a 3 base saturation. For a while at least, until it runs out, until it depletes. And even if it depletes, like all of the 3 geysers, like look at the natural geyser, it only has 4k, right? So even if all of these 3 geysers to deplete, you still have a 6 income on gas, but it's on 9 drones or 9 workers, so it's almost still like a full geyser which you're running on, even if those deplete. But yeah, just as a side note, right? So it's a really interesting map. I really like a concept like this and being courageous and doing stuff like this. So yeah, really cool stuff. Of course, this is more aimed to, I guess this works or does a lot for this matchup as well, right? Because you can kind of get up into any tech you want as the Zerg. It also plays a big role in Terran versus Protoss because you can't gas steal on this map, right? It's, even though it's a 2-player map, you cannot gas steal. So it's a full new opportunity. It's like a new world for the Terran that opens up because of that. Now for the Zerg, of course, as well, right? He doesn't need that 3rd base to get up into Infestors, sorry, into Defilers. He can get up his hive on 2 bases, technically, because he has the geysers for that. He has the income. Until it runs dry on 3k eventually, but yeah. There's gonna be the lair coming in though. I don't expect this to be a hive game, honestly. Like, this feels just too powerful to not use for a full-on Muta attack. You remember the game that he played where he just went in and killed him with the Mutalisks? Like, you can do that same thing here, but you don't need the 3rd hatchery for that. So you can do it even faster. Because he didn't really need the 3rd hatchery, he didn't really need the extra lava production, I think. Pretty sure he was out kind of producing lava. Go to, oh god. Hydra Den? Oh, this is crazy. So this could be a Hydra bust. Sorry, what am I saying? A Lurker bust. Of course, for a Hydra bust you don't need that lair. And this is interesting. So he will try to jump that vulture somewhere. Oh, there's like a backdoor. There's like a mineral patch and a killable building. I think there might be stacked buildings. But you can jump over a vulture. And he's doing that. There we go. Now the vulture's inside. What's sitting on top of the ramp? Actually, lava anticipating this move might be a very standard move on this map. But there's no sunken, so you can't place a sunken to defend this ramp. But that's why he has the Hydras. Okay, so this is nowhere near as scary. I think that's all he made that Hydra Den for. He will go into the Muta Spire now. But he has those 2 Hydras, or 3 Hydras I guess, on Defense Guard. Now this is an interesting setup here. It's a 1-1-1 setup from Speed. Has been falling out of fashion a little bit. You will go into a fast armory with this. Or what is he gonna make? Is he gonna go into Valks? Could be the case. He does cancel that bunker, and he has a Wraith for now. He scouts, I think he must have seen most of this. He sees the third hatchery. Pretty sure he should have seen this spire. Could be a 2-port play, but this is gonna be mech. Like, he's already going for mines. I wonder what he makes with this add-on on that starport. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Valkyries, because you kind of need to have something to counteract these meters, right? So unfortunately for Lava, not really timed that great, but I guess he already has the meters out. He has so much money though. Meters coming in here. Only one single marine there with the turrets to try to defend. And he went for mines, right? So there's no Goliaths coming out. He's not actually producing any Goliaths. He's making a Valkyrie right now. That one Wraith is trying to keep these meters at bay. 2 marines there with a turret. Trying to assist a little bit with their firepower. Oh, get into the bunker! So now he finished the bunker, but he doesn't have any marines anymore to fill it up. Oh, that's a big issue. So he's coming in with a raid and the Valkyrie. Can he get rid of these meters? Valks just deal with meters so well. But you can definitely kill Valkyries in low numbers with Meterlisks. You need to be careful with that as the Terran player. Those are not an insta free win. You need to be controlled. And there's the academy now. What is this build? Like, this is a key man here. This guy, whatever production facility he makes, that's gonna be where we go. But yeah, he has speed and he has mines already. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mech. Oh, there we go. Second barracks. He starts the upgrade. Terran Engineering Bay. He did get the armory, but he doesn't really do anything with it. He still goes for a tank. Does have a few mines here, but they are kind of protected by that bunker. Unfortunately, though, in the end, he drags 2 mines away and clears them effectively from the field. There's the Lurkerbus though coming in. He doesn't really have anything to deal with that. He has like 1 tank in production. He has a Valkyrie that can't shoot it. And he has a Wraith. Now he's gonna surround his bunker. That was unfortunately 1 marine not getting into the bunker. He needs to kill this. He needs to repair the bunker. The tank's coming in. This could be a break though. And if that bunker falls, it's gonna be lights out. 1 more marine trying to come in. Oh, he does survive. I can't believe it. He holds. Wow. And now he can go in and kill that lurker. He can maybe even kill that egg. Oh, no. Don't lose the Wraith. The Wraith is gonna run away. But there's round number 2. Can he hold round number 2? There's no siege mode. The Lynx are gonna jump on the tank. He did lose a few SCVs there as well in the last time. Nice spines, they are completely wrecking all of the SCVs that were meant for repair. And that's it. The bunker is done. The last tank here trying to survive, but no mines, no modes, no siege. Not enough production facilities. He was simply being a little bit too technical. And speed has left the game, ladies and gentlemen. Lava takes that one. Okay. Let's do 1 more game and then I'm gonna go have some food here. Into the game! In the top left we do have Larva and in the bottom left it is Speed. Those 2 guys playing some lovely StarCraft so far. Very aggressive stuff. No macro games, nothing really. They just pedal to the metal and go. try to win in the early stage then. Again, SCV on 8. It's gonna not go to the center though, so you will make a forward wall here. It's a supply depot. There's the barracks coming in. It's gonna probably throw a depot here. Does this connect the wall though? I don't think so. There's that hatchery and the spawn pool coming in. Drone is gonna scout cross this time. Marsara District 7, mining the future. So, Lava does find speed here with his overlord. He's gonna be quite happy with that. And he did scout the center, of course he also sees the entrance. So he has a lot of information. Information is key. Oh, this supply depot actually wards this, that's quite nice. I don't think Lynx can get in. Maybe, oh, maybe, yeah, maybe through there. That's gonna be the only point of access here. And there's gonna be a command center rather quickly here. So this is gonna be a very standard opening from our Terran player. I did scout his opponent, and there's gonna be that fast lair again. Starts before 3 minutes. That's quite fast. And could be that meter all in again. The 2-base meter just with that gas. I guess exactly 1 drone per patch. It's kind of funny. It looks funny. Oh, what is he gonna do with this SCV over here? Could just be for a follow-up scout. There's gonna be the engineering bay first. And the academy afterwards, so he'll get that kind of 4 racks setup going and pumping very soon. +1 Marines with stim and range are gonna be happening there. There's that Spire from Lava. Yeah, he's playing the super drone light. It's like he's making links right now. He's gonna try to bust this. He might just gather links. Oh, he will get a follow-up scout if he checks the drones. He should know. He's gonna go check the tech first, but there's already the links. I'm not sure if you might have wanted to wait with the links to go in at the same time as your mutas, because, well, like, you can open the front basically with the mutas and then you can just swarm in with the links, right? He still has a bunch waiting behind. Trying to get this SCV killed off, but the Marines are kind of guarding it. And it will get repaired by a friend and healed up by a medic. Wow, it's a double bonus there. Stim coming in, the additional barracks are coming in. Does he already have range, I wonder? I can only see the damage, I can't see the range. Doesn't display as much information as StarCraft 2. Oh, he does not want this guy anymore. Like, you die now. It counts as a kill. Wow. Maybe he already had that 1 kill, I'm not sure. Maybe he killed the SCV. There's gonna be range coming on. So Stim is done now, range coming in. He's gonna have a bunker. He's gonna have missile turrets. There's the meters coming in. This is actually looking like a defense here, but it's gonna be so fast meters. Let's see, he still needs to kind of make this work here. There's the meters, only one marine is not gonna be enough, especially if it stims when the meters hit him. Oh, if he loses this turret, it's gonna spell disaster. The medic's out of position, they can't heal the marines. And things are kind of falling apart here for speed. That was because he didn't have a guy in the wall. Oh no. He didn't properly block this. And he was a little bit greedy there with a technical build. He tried to get range and range and weapon damage up, and that didn't work out. You see, this is overwhelmed right now in this point here. There's no drones, like he has no economy. He just needs meters. There's super fast meters before 3-minute layer. Keeps this turret alive, but not the game. GG is gonna be called, and that's it for speed. Whew. That's gonna be it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching. It was a very short stream, but nonetheless a stream. So I hope you enjoyed your time here, and we'll see you again next week. And until then, so long. Peace.